Charles Simpson, the co-founder of Integrity Music and New Wine Magazine and the leader in the charismatic renewal movement that impacted the world, now that he's 82 years old, answers the question, what would you tell your younger self? Also, he shares 3 principles that he lives by. Check it out. Be sure to subscribe and press alert to get new notifications of new success secrets made available on VFNtv. So I have a question for you. Okay, you're looking back, you're 18 years old, God calls you into ministry, you know everything you know now. What would you tell your, other than run, you know, other than run for your life, you know, and so you're committed to the call, so you're going to respond. What would you tell your younger self right now?
I've often said if it wasn't for naivety, there wouldn't be any obedience. And yeah. I think that, in a sense, naivety is good, because then you have to learn from God, unfortunately, sometimes the hard way. But I would say, you know, walk humbly before God and trust the Holy Spirit. And don't let circumstances sway you from what you think your calling is. It's, you know, I knew more than most people do when they surrendered to the ministry, because I was in the ministry. So, you know, it's like a preacher's kid, and a lot of preachers' children go into ministry, but they have usually a story to tell before they do. But I could not anticipate what I do now. Then I couldn't. Right. There was no place for it. I didn't know anybody that remotely did what I do.
Right.
And so the methods. I love a little poem, methods are many, principles a few, methods always change, principles never do. Thank God I was taught principles.
How would you define
methods.
Principles? Because a lot of people listening might even know what you're talking about versus methods.
Well, I would say a principle is something that transcends the context and circumstance. A principle is something that works in nature. A principle is something that works when people don't know that it's working or not working. It's like gravity. First principle for me, Proverbs 4:23, I believe, kept heart brings life. Keep your heart with all diligence, for out of it are the issues of life. Right. Principle number 2 is faithful in a few things, made ruler over many. Another has to do with sowing determines reaping. You reap where you sow, you reap what you sow, generally. You reap where you sow, sometimes it's somewhere else, but you reap in proportion to how much you sow. So the principle of keeping your heart, being faithful, and sowing are the 3 cardinal principles for my life.
Those are very good. You said walk in humility. What does that mean to walk in humility? If you're talking to yourself and you actually grasped that at that younger age, because you know, somebody says, "Yeah, I studied humility, I got it down," right? They go and they study or something, or they listen to a message on it, and they think intellectually they have this thing called humility.
Well, humility it could manifest itself in a lot of different ways.
I'm asking for Pat Hamilton, not myself. I'm joking. I'm just joking.
Well, humility is revealed, I think, in the ability to esteem others. That's why self-esteem is dangerous, because if you don't esteem others, as James says, better than yourself, or treat them better than you expect to be treated.
Wow.
Humility is expressed in teachableness, coachableness. Being taught is not sitting in a meeting listening to a teacher. Being taught is when the word is engrafted in your behavior. So, you know, I would say you'll find out if you're humble or not when you're confronted, you're rebuked, you're advised, you're told what to do, when you're given a menial job you don't like. But
They say this when you tell the difference between a servant and a son. That moment happens when correction happens. What's the response going to be? Right?
that's right. And you know, sometimes sons don't listen.
Right.
The issue really is being coachable. And my concern is that a lot of our youth are growing up without being coachable. And if you don't learn it from somebody else's mistakes, you learn it from your own.
Right.
And hopefully you don't learn it too late.
Right. Right.
Wait, don't go anywhere. Subscribe. Listen, together we can touch the world. That's right. Subscribe below, right? Wait, don't go away. Subscribe. We're going to touch the world.
You know, a lot of people want to abide with the Lord, but they just don't have a plan to do it. You can request that plan today at iabide.org.
Hey, be sure to check us out at VFNkb.com and also join the VFNkb community at VFNkbcommunity.com. Listen, your success is our success is your success, and our success together is kingdom success.